Hi, my name is Randy, and today we're going to be going over the universal design for learning, and we're going to be also addressing differentiation teaching and how those teaching philosophies can be incorporated into lesson planning for a teacher. So, according to Bateman 2016, differentiation teaching addresses all students' learning abilities and focuses on how teachers can best manage instructions. Differentiation learning can challenge high achieving students while also assisting learners with disabilities. It can be categorized in four sections, which include content, process, product, and environmental differentiation. So, content. Content can be defined how the primary core content remains the same, but the process to achieve it can be modified. Teachers can modify the levels of difficulties of course content depending on the student's learning ability. For example, if the learning goal is to master a word problem, some students may need a breakdown of a word problem, while others can learn how to apply it into a real life situation. Adjusting for the two types of learners, the core concepts or the core standards of that specific lesson can be mastered by both types of learners. Next, we're going to go to process differentiation, uh, which is, according to Bateman 2016, is a process on how learning experiences is designed to assist students in making connections and understanding the content. Teachers are encouraged to use strategies as written, visual, and oral techniques to support the different types of learners in a class. Process differentiation in a classroom can look like a teacher creating a collaborative environment for some students while also encouraging independent work for others to explore content standards. And then product differentiation refers to how students are able to demonstrate their knowledge through various methods. Teachers can be flexible in allowing individual students to demonstrate their knowledge through different forms of assessments. For examples, students can demonstrate their knowledge via presentations, plays, infographics, or PowerPoints. And then lastly, we're going to go ahead and dive into environmental differentiation, is how a learning environment is set up for optimal student outcomes. While some students need an environment to help them feel comfortable, safe, in order for them to learn the appropriate content knowledge. For example, a classroom can be set up with positive reinforcement signage, individual tables, group tables, or even creating different centers for students to collaborate on their work. And then, what is the relationship between differentiation and universal design for learning? Well, both universal design for learning and differentiation teaching acknowledges the need to accommodate content knowledge for all types of learners. A universal design for learning strives to make content accessible to all learners, no matter the types of disabilities they may have. Universal design for learning encourages teachers to accommodate curriculum material and how instructions will be delivered to all students. Like universal design for learning and differentiation instructions, they both challenge teachers to accommodate the content material even during the planning process. And then additionally, both approaches focus on adjusting the content depending on the ongoing assessments of all learners. And, as students evolve cognitively, teachers will also need to modify proper instructions for all learners. And then lastly, both differential instruction and universal design for learning share the similarities of a student centered approach to creating standard content that is appropriately challenging for all types of learners. How can a teacher apply differentiation instruction and universal design for learning for lesson planning? Well, in lesson planning, a teacher may want to use universal design for learning when creating or when trying to advocate for all types of learners. For example, a teacher may want to change how they visually set up instructions by including visual, video, or even larger text in their lesson planning. Teachers may also want to include a variety of assessment methods by incorporating written assessments, presentations, or even group projects in their lesson planning. And then teachers can further analyze their students' abilities and interests to include proper instructions on certain course standards. For example, teachers can include tiered assignments that can be adjusted depending on the ability of a certain learner. And then lastly, teachers can apply group strategies depending on similar interests or learning styles of each learners. Both differential instruction and universal design for learning can advocate for a student-centered approach and advocate for the goal of an equitable classroom environment for all students.